Hi, I'm Jessica McDonald, and I'm here at Liverpool Court Studios with breakthrough artist Giselle. Hello, Giselle.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. It's very nice to have you.
Nice to see you.
To begin, we're just going to discuss a bit about your classical music background. Where and when did you start studying your classical music?
Well, I started learning piano at the age of 5, having pestered my parents for 2 years previously. Please, can I learn? So yeah, and then I had my first singing lesson when I was 8 and just studied music every day, all day, and, well, obviously I went to school and stuff. But then I went to Music Conservatoire in London for 4 years and the opera school in Strasbourg in France.
I see. So how has classical music then influenced your writing?
Quite a lot. It's quite an intense influence, I think, on my writing, because I wrote all my music for string, for the orchestra, for piano, for voice. So it's all intermingled and a hugely strong influence of classical music and opera. So I would say quite a lot, yes.
Yeah, quite a lot, definitely. Classical musical world will accept your music. It is a new genre.
It is
correct?
A new genre, and
yes.
and classical musicians and people who specialise in anything, in any field, tend to feel quite protective about that genre. So I'm quite pleased that I'm not actually calling myself an opera singer, full stop. That I've actually created a new genre, classical tronica. So it's crossover.
Taking a risk, though, does sometimes lead to success. Looking at Madonna and Britney and other artists.
That's true, yes.
Who have changed genres.
Yes.
So what then would you say is the true definition of a crossover musician?
Someone who mixes genres and takes a form and then takes another form and mixes them together to create a whole new form which stands alone by itself, I think.
And what makes you stand out from different artists? What qualities in your music would you say is different from the other artists that are on the market as of now?
I would say that because I write my own music, there aren't many opera singers who write their own music and play the piano and do all the orchestral arrangements and then obviously sing their own stuff. I suppose that's what makes me different. I don't like to sort of boost my own ego or whatever, but I suppose, being a writer and performing as well.
Yeah, that's good. So when you wake up in the morning, is writing the first thing that you do? And since you do write your own material, what would you say inspires you to write?
Okay, so going back to the first thing in the morning, I'll probably have breakfast and then think about the music. I think about food first, so what inspires me? Life. It's not always been easy for me in my life, and there have been quite a few close call moments, so I've got plenty of stuff to draw from, plenty of experiences.
I know that a lot of artists sometimes write the music and then they have the words accompanying to it. Do you prefer to write the music first with the actual sound or the words first?
I have my inspiration, be it something that happened to me or maybe someone close to me, so I have that inspiration and then I'll write the words first because I want my music to reflect the whole inspiration of the song. I like to, rather than just finding a tune from the moon and then putting words to it, I prefer to have the inspiration first, and it's easier for me that way.
So the inspiration then comes easier through the words once
Yes.
you're writing the song,
Yeah.
and then the music is then accompanying to it.
Yes.
Such strength, such greatness, such love.
And why do you think your music appeals to so many people?
Well, I hope that it does. I think that it doesn't, because it's so unspecific in a genre.
Speak to me in your own kind words.
And what have been some of your biggest influences musically?
Performing-wise, I would say the great opera singers Pavarotti, Maria Callas, José Carreras, who I had the huge honour of singing with.
Oh, wow.
And I would say I love the music of Björk. I would say she inspired me to mix the opera and the classical music with the more contemporary styles, and I know she was she's classically trained, and she was influenced by other classical musicians, and there are so many sounds and exciting noises that can express and interpret what a string player or a pianist might be playing.
Mm-hmm. And what would you consider a great artist of our time? You know, as you mentioned, Björk, I know you must admire her for that, for
Yes,
the merger of the two genres.
I do, yeah.
But who would you say are some of the greatest influences or the biggest artists of our time at the moment?
Well, I can't say in opera because so many of them have died, so that's a bit tricky, but I would say in opera, for me, being a woman, I would say Maria Callas has influenced me because she took opera from just standing and singing your aria to bringing the characters to life. And contemporary-wise, I love Amy Winehouse. I think she's the most amazing performer, singer and songwriter.
So what would you like to accomplish in the future?
To take my music to as many people, as wide an audience as possible, and to enable people to associate with the struggles and pains and joys that I've had, and to feel an empathy towards the music, and to perform all the time and have a triple platinum album or two.
Definitely. And now actually questions about your album.
Oh yes.
How long did it take for you to write the album?
Oh, a couple of minutes. No, not really. No. It's taken about 2 years to get the project from start to finish, and probably 6 months to a year to write the album.
Okay, and where did the title of the album come from?
Turning Circles. Turning Circles is a line from one of the tracks, Fear, the Fear.
Working to make it with your such strength, such greatness,
What
such
is your favorite song on the album actually, and why?
Favorite song? Well, I know that Him has done really well, even ahead of the release of the album.
such a love.
And as well, you have a profile on MySpace and a quite big database of fan
Yeah.
base. So how has the internet helped you to connect to your fans and attract more people to your music?
I think because it goes straight into people's homes, they can sit at home and listen to it, and it has really helped me from a selfish point of view as doing new genre of music, to get such fantastic feedback from people and such beautiful comments about my writing and my voice and just the whole concept. It's given me so much
Motivating.
confidence. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here today.
Well, thank
and with
you.
your upcoming album, I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Yes. Well,
So,
thank you for
I wish you
interviewing
the
me.
best. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jess.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.